Hey folks, it's Joe. It is early Friday afternoon, and we're doing the fourth of a four-part video series here. We're around roughly the 10-game mark played for each team in the league. We're going division by division, talking about where everybody's at in the standings, who the points leaders are on the team so far, a few stats. And this is the fourth of four divisions. We're wrapping it up for today with the Central Division. First place overall in the division is the Winnipeg Jets. They have they're 10 games in with a 9-1-0 record, 18 points, plus 22 in the plus minus. They are off to a fantastic start. Behind them, with 9 games in, the Dallas Stars has a 7-2-0 record, 14 points, plus 12 rating. Third place, Minnesota Wild, 9 games played, 6-1-2 record for 14 points. They are a plus 10. Sitting in fourth in the division, the Utah Hockey Club, 11 games in, 5-4-2 record for 12 points. They are minus 8 plus minus. Next in fifth, Colorado. The Avalanche are 11 games in with a 5-6-0 record for 10 points. They are minus 8 on plus minus. St. Louis Blues in sixth, 11 games in, 5-6-0 record, 10 points, minus 8 rating. Nashville Preds are in seventh. They have 10 games played, 3-6-1 record, 7 points, minus 12. And Chicago is in 12th, 11-game 12th. That'd be terrible in an 8-game division. How can you be 12th? You'd have to be worse than bad. Yeah, that's just not a thing. Chicago Blackhawks are in 8th, 11 games in, 3-7-1 record, 7 points, and a minus 7 rating. Now we'll break it down a little bit more team by team. Starting off with the Winnipeg Jets, their points leader so far is Kyle Connor. He has 9 goals, 8 assists for 17 points. He's off to a fantastic start. He's also the leader in goals, 9 goals. That's Kyle Connor. Power play is clicking at 44.8%. Best in the National Hockey League. That is outstanding. Their penalty kill is at 81%. Also good. 13th in the league. Not bad. Goals scored per game. They have 4.6 goals per game on average so far through 10 games. That is number 1 in the National Hockey League. Goals against is 2.4 goals against. That is 4th best in the National Hockey League. All across the board, the Winnipeg Jets are off to a fantastic start. Second place team, Dallas Stars, they have 14 points, 4 behind the Jets. Their points leader is Matt Duchene on 6 goals, 5 assists, and 11 points. He's also the goal scoring leader with 6 goals. Power play is at 20.7%, so that's just inside the top half of the league at 14th. Penalty kill is much better, 93.1% on the PK. That is second best in the National Hockey League. So excellent penalty killing on Dallas. Goals scored per game, 3.1 on average per game. That is 17th best, just outside the top half. Goals against, Goals allowed per game for the Dallas Stars is a measly 1.9 goals. That is number 1 in the National Hockey League. Best team defensively so far. That is excellent. The Minnesota Wild are a third-place team in the Central, 6-1-2 record for 14 points. They're actually tied in points with Dallas. Points leader is none other than Kirill Kaprizov. You may have heard of this guy. He's pretty good. He's got 6 goals. Started reading the wrong line. Kirill Kaprizov, points leader, 5 goals, 13 assists, 18 points. That's better. Goal leaders are Kaprizov and Matt Zuccarello, each with 5. Power play is at 25.8%, which is 8th best in the National Hockey League. Their PK is 70.6%, which is 28th. That's they would like to improve that, clean up the penalty kill a little bit. They're not too good there so far. Goals scored per game, 3.8 per game, which is 9th best. Nothing wrong with that. Goals allowed per game, 2.6. That's 5th best. Nothing wrong with that either. Very good numbers. So let me change up my papers. And sitting in fourth was the Utah Hockey Club. Still not used to calling a hockey team the Hockey Club. They'll have a real name next year. Probably going to be the Yeti. 11 games in, 5-4-2 record, 12 points. Their points leader is Nick Schmaltz. No goals, but 11 assists for 11 points. Goal scoring leaders are Clayton Keller and Dylan Gunther with 6 each. Power play, they are at 19.4%, which is 17th in the league. Their penalty kill is also 17th in the league at 78.6%, both just outside the top half, but right in the middle. Goals scored per game, they were getting 3.1 goals on average per game. That is also 17th in the league. There's that 17 again. Goals against per game, 3.5, which is 24th in the league. So they're allowing a few more goals than they would like, and they probably like to get a few more as well. But that's where the Utah Hockey Club is so far. Colorado Avalanche currently sitting in 5th place with 10 points. Points leader is their defensive star, Cale Makar, with 4 goals, 15 assists, 19 points. Not bad for a defenseman through 11 games. Goal scoring leaders are Ross Colton with 8 goals. Power play is at 35.1%, which is very good. That's the 11th best in the National Hockey League. Their PK, 73.3%, which is 25th best. They'd probably like to improve those numbers. Goals scored per game, 3.5, 11th best. Goals allowed per game. Here's where it gets ugly for the Avalanche. They're allowing 4.2 goals per game, 31st in the National Hockey League, or second worst. You know they want to clean that up. They need some better goaltending and maybe a little bit more consistency on the defense to back up those goaltenders. St. Louis Blues, their 6th place team. 5-6-0 record, 10 points. Points leader, Jordan Kyrou, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. Goal scoring leaders are Jake Neighbors and Dylan Holloway, 4 each. Dylan Holloway, one of the 2 offer sheet guys that they signed from the Edmonton Oilers in the offseason. Got them both, Dylan Holloway and Philip Broberg. Broberg, incidentally, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. He's been excellent. So they're getting very good value on those 2 guys so far. That's looking good on St. Louis. Power play is at 15.4%, 23rd in the league. Penalty kill, 73.3%, 25th in the league. Probably like to improve those numbers a bit. Goals scored per game, 2.5, 27th in the league. They need to score more goals. Goals allowed per game, 3.3 per game. 16th, right in the middle. Not too bad there. Change up my sheet here. Nashville Preds, they are in 7th place in the division. 7 points through 10 games, minus 12. They had a very bad start, then started putting together a couple wins. They're still struggling a little bit. Points leader, Philip Forsberg, 5 goals, 4 assists, 9 points. He's also the goal scoring leader with 5. Penalty kill is, not penalty kill, we're doing the power play first. Power play is at 19.4%, 7th best in the league. That's not bad. Now for the penalty kill. Excellent penalty kill by the Nashville Predators. 93.3% on the penalty kill. That is number 1 in the league. Outstanding job on the penalty kill. Goals scored per game, 2.4 average. That is 30th, one of the worst in the league. They need to put the puck in the net. Goals against per game, 3.6, 25th worst in the National Hockey League. We probably want to lower the goals allowed and put the puck in the other team's net a little bit more. Their power play is more or less average. Their penalty kill is very good, but they got some other stuff to work on. 8th place in the league. Not in the league, sorry. 8th place in the division. If they were 8th place in the National Hockey League right now, the Chicago Blackhawks fans would be ecstatic. But no, they are 8th in the division, and it is an 8-team division, so that also kind of means that they are last. Well, tied for last. They have the same number of points as Nashville. 11 games in, 3-7-1 record for 7 points. Points leader is last year's rookie phenom, Connor Bedard. You may have heard of him. He's pretty good. 3 goals, 6 assists, 9 points. Goal scoring leader is Ryan Donato with 6 goals. Their power play, tied for 17th best in the league with the aforementioned Nashville Predators. 19.4%. Penalty kill, 75%, which is 22nd in the league. Goals scored per game, 2.6. 25th in the league. They like to get a few more pucks in the net. Goals allowed, 3.3 per game. That is 16th, right in the middle. So there we have the overview of the Central Division so far. So a little breakdown on where everybody's at in the standings right now versus maybe where they were expected to be. Winnipeg Jets at the top of the division. No real big surprise there. We knew they were going to have a good team. Probably like first, second, third in the division. That would be expected. Dallas is currently second. No surprise there. They were one of the teams I think everybody was picking to maybe win the division or at least second. Minnesota in third. They're doing better than expected. I think people were doubting their ability to make the playoff line this year, but so far they're off to a pretty good start. Utah is hanging in there in fourth. Not really a big surprise. They were starting to put it together in Arizona. Now it's a move to Utah. They got a solid ownership group, new fan base. All the garbage from the past, shall we say, is gone. They got a fresh start. They can concentrate on playing hockey. I think they're going to be pretty good. Colorado is currently fifth. We expect them to probably move up in the standings. They need to work on the goaltending, get that improved. Once they get that done, they're going to be a very, very good hockey team again. St. Louis Blues is in 6th place. No real surprise there. I don't think they were expected to do anything too much. They got a pretty good hockey team. 2 pickups they got from Edmonton through the offer sheets. Philip Broberg, Dylan Holloway, they're both looking really good. So Blues GM Armstrong is looking good on that one. Nashville in 7th place. Now, with the additions they made in the offseason, A lot of people were expecting them to be better. They started the season, I think it was 0-5 to start the season, wasn't it? And then they got some wins. They're currently 3-6-1. Yeah, so they're not doing too great. Real bad start. They started looking a little bit better for a while. We'll see what they can do. They do have the makings of a pretty good hockey team. They should at least be close to competing for a playoff spot this year, if not in the playoffs, maybe a wild card. And bringing up the rear, Chicago Blackhawks, 8th place. That's pretty much where everybody was expecting them to be. Maybe they could bump out somebody, not sure who. But there's no pressure on the Blackhawks this year. They're still coming out of the rebuild. They got some good young pieces, added some veterans. They're definitely a better team than they were a year ago, I think, but they're not going to be in the playoffs. They're not going to be close to the line, and that's okay. Give them 2 or 3 years to come out of the rebuild and develop, and probably going to have a pretty good hockey club. So anyways, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. How you think this division is going to shake out later in the year. And hit the subscribe button. It's a new channel, as I keep saying. Started up in late August and hoping to get her built up pretty good here fairly quickly. I'll be back with another video later today. You can tell I'm a Flyers fan here as well. And every Friday we have what's called our Flyers Friday chat. So the third one will be coming up in the next hour or two. I'm going to go upstairs, make myself another cup of coffee here shortly, and then start working on that video. Get it roughed out, edit it, and we'll put her up there. And then I gotta get to work, get some work done in the real life kind of stuff. I got a woodworking shop outside. I gotta get out there, work on some canoe and kayak paddles, and a few other things I'm working on. Phone's ringing. I gotta go. Talk to you later.